Ming-Sher raised his right hand, and the separation hook and scabbard appeared in his hand. He swung it. Bam! Sparks flew. Both his weapon and the box were unscathed. Incredible. Ming-Sher eyes widened. I'm the dumb one here. Master would never give me something simple to deal with. Ming-Sher saw the groove on the box. The sun shone on it, and he saw a unique pattern. HM? Why does this resemble my separation hook and scabbard? The pattern was made clear by the sunlight. Ming-Sher was intrigued. He placed the separation hook and scabbard into the groove. Clack! The top part of the box turned. There were now slits on all sides. Then, with another sound, the slits disappeared, returning to its original form. My separation hook and scabbard. Ming-Sher was greatly shocked. He hastily grabbed his weapon. It stuck? No. The separation hook and scabbard was like the flesh of his heart. He could not allow anything to happen to it. He held on to the separation hook and scabbard with all his might. Bang! 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 Ming-Sher swung his arms wildly. The rocks and boulders in the surroundings were almost all destroyed, but the separation hook and scabbard would not dislodge from the box. It was caught in the groove. No way. Ming-Sher wanted to cry. Did Master regret giving me the weapon and devise such a method to get it back? He continued thinking to himself, that can't be right. Master doesn't need to use such an elaborate method if he wants me to return the weapon. At this moment, Duan Musheng appeared with his overlord spear. Junior brother, what are you doing? I was looking for you everywhere. Senior brother, I'm afraid I won't be able to spar with you. My separation hook and scabbard are stuck. Ming-Sher pointed at the groove on the box. Duan Musheng said with disapproval in his voice, It's only a rotten box. Stand back. What are you going to do? Further. Bam! Duan Musheng stabbed the mysterious box. The box was sent flying back from the impact. It landed on the rock wall, leaving a dent before it fell to the ground. Duan Musheng looked at his overlord spear. It was perfectly fine. He looked at the box. It was perfectly fine as well. He praised, It's tough. Senior brother, look. Ming-Sher pointed at the separation hook and scabbard's groove. There was another groove. What's this? Duan Musheng asked. Why don't you? Poke it with your overlord spear. Ming-Sher had a feeling this box had a fondness toward heaven-grade weapons. Duan Musheng obediently followed Ming-Sher suggestion. He raised his overlord spear before he jabbed it into the groove next to Ming-Sher separation hook and scabbard. Clack! The overlord spear was stuck in the round groove. It was as if some mechanism had been triggered. An opening appeared on the surface of the box. Bam! My weapon! Duan Musheng cried out, stunned. The opening catapulted the two weapons into the air. Ming-Sher utilized his primal chi and made a grabbing gesture with his right hand. The separation hook and scabbard returned to his grasp. The overlord spear flew into the air and dropped down. Duan Musheng caught it easily by the ornamental dragon around the shaft. This box is peculiar. Duan Musheng regarded the box with a shocked expression on his face. One of the box's 6 sides had a small opening now. Realization dawned on Ming-Sher before he said excitedly, I get it. As long as we place all of our weapons in the respective grooves, we'll be able to open Master's box. Under the sun's rays, the patterns of the grooves on the box were exceptionally clear. Ming-Sher began pointing at the numerous grooves that had appeared on the box. This is the jasper saber. This is the longevity sword. This is the amorous hoop, and this is the peacock plume. Duan Musheng was amazed by this. He said, I wonder who designed this exquisite box. How would I know? Ming-Sher shrugged and said, Fortunately, we discovered the secret to opening the box. What good would it do us? The peacock plume is in 7 junior brothers' hands. The jasper saber and longevity sword are in eldest senior brother and second senior brother's hands. I don't think anyone under the heavens is able to make them surrender their weapons. Duan Musheng said. He wanted to add, even Master won't be able to do it. But he was worried he would bring trouble upon himself. So he swallowed his words and replaced them with something else. Ming-Sher nodded. I Don't dare to look for eldest senior brother and second senior brother. I'll report this to Master. Master is resting now. In the meantime, why do we spar? Mingshi Yin seemed to be on the verge of tears. Third senior brother, I recommend Elder Hua in my stead. You can't even break his tortoise technique, even though he was holding back. How can you live with that? Besides, he's a six-leaf elite. He's much more suitable as your training partner. Duan Mu Sheng beamed and said, You have a point. I'll look for Elder Hua right away. After Duan Mu Sheng left, Mingshi Yin continued to study the box for a while longer behind the mountain. He only returned in the afternoon and carried the box to the Great Hall of Evil Sky Pavilion. When Mingshi Yin arrived in the Great Hall, he noticed his master, Little Yuaner, Zhao Yu, Zhou Jifeng, and the others were all gathered there. They seemed to be in some sort of discussion. Lu Zhou was seated above the rest. When he saw Mingshi Yin coming in, he said, Just in time. Mingshi Yin placed a box on the floor and saluted Lu Zhou as he said, Master, I've unlocked the secret to opening this box. Oh! Lu Zhou felt slightly excited, but his expression remained unchanged as usual. Although this disciple of his was slightly difficult to control, he was very competent in completing tasks. To open this box, 6 weapons will have to be fitted into the respective grooves. Take a look, Master. Mingshi Yin waved his hand, and the box hovered in the air. This is a jasper saber and longevity sword. This is the peacock plume and the amorous hoop. Mingshi Yin held the box at an angle so that the sunlight from outside the great hall would illuminate the grooves. It was as Mingshi Yin had said. The patterns on the box's surface were the patterns of his 6 disciples' weapons. Master, third senior brother and I inserted our weapons into the grooves earlier, and this opening appeared. I think we need 2 more openings before we'll be able to unlock the box. Mingshi Yin said with a hint of pride in his tone. Lu Zhou nodded. Good job. Mingshi Yin felt as though he was soaring from happiness when his master praised him. He bowed and said, Thank you for your kind words, Master. Lu Zhou had thought of that as well. He had even changed unnamed shape to fit the groove, but his attempt was unsuccessful. Clearly, the system would not let Lu Zhou exploit such a loophole. He needed the Jasper Saber, longevity sword, and the other weapons to open this box. However, now that the villainous disciples had left the Evil Sky Pavilion, it was slightly impractical to count on them. Zhao Yu bowed and said, Master, I think 4th senior brother is the best person to unlock this mysterious box. Mingshi Yin was startled by this suggestion. How so? Lu Zhou asked. The peacock plume is in 7th junior brother's hands. 7th junior brother has a good relationship with 8th junior brother. With 4th senior brother's abilities, it's not difficult for him to locate 8th junior brother. Once 7th junior brother is found, it won't be difficult for him to contact eldest senior brother and 2nd senior brother. I believe they'll be curious about the contents of the box. They would surely think of a way to open it. Mingshi Yin was still stunned. Lu Zhou stroked his beard calmly and said, Good idea. Mingshi Yin hastily said, Master, we should take time to consider this before making any decisions. Elder senior brother and 2nd senior brother's cultivation bases are profound. What if they decide to kill me and take the box away? When the others heard this, they nodded. They felt that Mingshi Yin had a point. Lu Zhou, however, shook his head while stroking his beard and said, Although Yu Zhenghai and Yu Xiangrong are rascals, they're lenient toward their juniors. There has never been an internal feud among the disciples ever since the Evil Sky Pavilion started taking in disciples. I believe they won't harm you. Mingshi Yin wanted to cry, but I don't believe that. That's the end of the discussion. Don't let me down. Lu Zhou stared at Mingshi Yin. Mingshi Yin got goosebumps when he heard Lu Zhou's words. He carried the box and spoke in a grieved tone. Yes, Master. Everyone's dismissed. Understood. Lu Zhou glanced at the system dashboard. The progress of unlocking the box had appeared on the mission list. Indeed, he did not think there was anyone more suitable for this task than Mingshi Yin. He was certain Mingshi Yin was the only one who could deftly maneuver his ways between these different villains. Only someone as shameless as Mingshi Yin could complete this task. Moreover, Based on his memories, Yu Zhenghai and Yu Shangrong had never mistreated their juniors. He frowned as he thought to himself, in that case, why did they abandon the Evil Sky Pavilion? This is giving me a headache. After Mingshi Yin left the great hall with the box in his hands, a female cultivator walked in and bowed before she said, Pavilion Master, Yi Qianxin showed no changes today. All right, Lu Zhou replied indifferently. Yi Qianxin had fallen into a deep slumber, and her fate was still in limbo. Master, senior sister Qianxin won't die, will she? Lu Yuan'er asked softly. I don't know, Lu Zhou replied honestly. If she dies, will you be happy, Master? Lu Yuan'er asked. As soon as Lu Yuan'er finished speaking, Lu Zhou knocked her head and chided her. Have you finished the assignment I've given you? Lu Yuan'er rubbed her head as she replied with a pout. Not yet. Then, what are you standing around for? A letter. Lu Yuan'er leaped away at lightning speed. A short while later, she returned with a letter in her hands. Lu Zhou did not reprimand her for this. Instead, he said, Read it. It's from Jiang Aijian. Little Yuan'er said before she continued to read out loud, Old Senior, I've conveyed your message to Wei Zhuyen. As expected, he did not think too much about it. Also, you're right. Someone with a high position in the palace isn't on friendly terms with Wei Zhuyen. Lu Zhou nodded. It was just as he had predicted. Wei Zhuyen had worked hard to climb to his current position. He was now an important officer of Great Yen and commanded a formidable force. If someone appeared out of nowhere and told him to give all this up, he would not possibly agree to it. Send a reply to Jiang Aijian. Tell him that I'm informed about this. Lu Zhou stroked his beard calmly. Little Yuan'er spoke with a hint of anger in her voice. Master, this Wei Zhuyen is getting on my nerves. Should I descend the mountain and kill him? Can a divine court realm cultivator kill a 7-leaf or possibly an 8-leaf elite? Lu Zhou asked. Little Yuan'er lowered her head as she twiddled her fingers. Wei Zhuyen didn't rely on his cultivation base alone when he became the commander-in-chief of the 3 armies. Pull one hair, and the whole body moves. He's different from Fan Xiuwen. Fan Xiuwen was once on top of the blacklist. He's just a pawn in the Secret Service. The Great Yan's imperial family won't concern themselves with him even if he dies. However, Wei Zhuyen is different. There are many who wish for his death, and there are also many who don't. What do we do now? Lu Yuan'er asked. There's no need to worry. I want more than Wei Zhuyen's life. Lu Zhou said calmly. Half a day later, Mingshi Yin left the Evil Sky Pavilion with a box and hurried over to Old 8's Zhu Honggong base. When Mingshi Yin arrived, Old 8 Zhu Honggong was napping on a wooden armchair. One of Zhu Honggong's subordinated hastily ran up to him and shouted, Gang leader, we have a problem. Someone has infiltrated the ridge. Zhu Honggong jumped from the shock. He hastily got up and chided, Why are you panicking? Who dares invade the Tiger Ridge on my watch? As soon as Zhu Honggong finished speaking, Mingshi Yin's voice rang from outside. Yo, I see that you become more impressive since we last met. Mingshi Yin's figure appeared before Zhu Honggong. He covered 300 feet in a stride and reached Zhu Honggong in just a blink of an eye. Thud! Zhu Honggong fell to his knees obediently. His kingly behavior had completely vanished. He asked, Senior brother, what brings you here? What? Am I not welcomed here? Zhu Honggong said ingratiatingly, Is it possible that you decided to join my Tiger Ridge gang? That's great. From this day on, you'll be the Tiger Ridge's gang leader. I'll let you have the title of the Evil King as well. I don't mind playing second fiddle to you. Cut that out. Mingshi Yin placed the box on a nearby table. He sat down without any invitation and said, I'll never leave the Evil Sky Pavilion. Huh. I'm here on a mission. What kind of mission? Don't tell me that you're here to kill us? Zhu Honggong trembled inwardly. He was filled with worry, and his forehead broke out in cold sweat when he recalled his encounter with his master near the Green Jade altar. I don't understand how a coward like you are bold enough to leave the Evil Sky Pavilion. Your cultivation base isn't as profound as Elder Senior Brother's cultivation base. You don't have Second Senior Brother's bravery. and you don't have 7 junior brothers' brains. Perhaps you're emboldened by your physique alone. Ming-Sher-In mocked. Senior brother, please don't insult me like this. I'm actually quite intelligent, Zhu Honggong said shamelessly. You? That's right. If I weren't smart, I would have been captured by Master that day near the Green Jade altar, Zhu Honggong Old Eighth said with a self-satisfied smile. Oh, shut up. Ming-Sher-In rolled his eyes and said, Master just thinks taking you back to mountain isn't a priority at this moment. If he sees Old Seventh, we'll see if he's merciful. Zhu Honggong was rendered momentarily speechless. After a while, he looked at the box and said with a smile, Fourth senior brother, since you're not here to capture me, what did you come here for? I'll help you in any way I can. Ming-Sher-In pointed at the box beside him and said, This mysterious box belongs to Master. It can only be opened with 7 junior brother, elder senior brother, and 2nd senior brother's weapons. 7 junior brother is an elusive figure. Hence, I have no choice but to look for you. 4th senior brother, it's only a box. Why don't we cut it open with a blade? There's no need for heaven-grade weapons, Zhu Honggong said as he drew the saber subordinate who stood next to him. Ming-Sher-In did not stop Zhu Honggong. He sat on the wooden armchair, waiting to watch a good show. Old Eighth brandished the saber and slashed down mercilessly. Bang! Sparks flew in the air as the saber snapped into two and dropped to the ground with a clang. Zhu Honggong's eyes almost popped out of their sockets. He looked at the mysterious box and gulped. Heavens! Why is this box so hardy? If I know the answer to that, would I be here? Ming-Sher-In grabbed the grapes beside him and ate them. He spat the skin out from time to time. 4th senior brother, I truly wonder. The evil sky pavilion is waning, and the cultivation world is waiting for Master's life to run out. When that time comes, all the treasures in the evil sky pavilion will be looted. Why don't you seize this opportunity? Shut up. Ming-Sher-In snapped. Thud. Zhu Honggong fell to his knees again. You master-betraying, patriarch-denouncing scoundrel. It's one thing for you to leave the evil sky pavilion, but you dare curse your master? What did Master ever do to you? Ming-Sher-In chided. Zhu Honggong scratched his head. I just got beaten up a lot. There's no real enmity between us. Do you know what happened to your 6th senior sister? Senior sister Qinshin? Her cultivation base is destroyed, and her fate is in limbo. Listen to me. Don't go against Master. I can understand why you want to leave the evil sky pavilion, but if you do anything behind his back, Ming-Sher-In said coldly,